This is my favorite time of year, as the veil grows even thinner than it normally is in my day to day. I just feel right at home. I feel, I just feel well in my environment. Um, I like to, spend time at home, cozy up. It's the season of uh, duller weather. It's the season of candlelight and burning incense. It's just, you know, I do that stuff other times of year. It's just that there's something about this time of year that really, really, really lends itself, and of course, lends itself to communicating with the dearly departed. The veil is thinner. Um, those of you who communicate with your ancestors or work with your ancestors or want to start communicating and developing a working relationship with your ancestors, this is the ideal time to be focusing on that kind of work. And for as long as I can remember in my family, dreams were the gateway. Dreams were the way in which we communicated with the dead. Our ancestors came to us solicited or unsolicited through our dreams and gave us messages. And these messages were always taken very seriously. An example being that if someone was going through a really, really hard time, and we would check up on them. So we'd phone them up, in the morning to see how they were doing. Or we would phone them up at the end of the day to check on them. Usually it was twice a day. We were checking on someone that we couldn't be physically close enough to visit, that we weren't physically close enough to visit. We would check up on them in the morning and in the evening, and the questions were always, in the evening, did you eat today? What did you eat today? And in the morning, did you dream last night? What did you dream about? And whether the dreams were directly the presence of a dearly departed loved one, and sometimes, it would be an ancestor. Sometimes it would be a relative that had died. Sometimes it would be a pet that had died. Sometimes it would be someone they didn't know that came to them in their dream. Someone we don't know comes to us in our dream and gives us a message. And sometimes it's just, there is no visitation. It's dream symbols. And for as far back as I can remember, my whole life, dream symbols were a constant subject of conversation. And it was just as important. It was just an important part of our spiritual lives as everything else. So in this short video, I just wanted to say, if you're wanting to start working with spirits and you're wanting to start working, maybe develop a relationship with your ancestors. And see, for me, this is a little bit of a touchy subject because I don't feel drawn to work with direct ancestors. Well, at least not the ones that I knew in life, because there's baggage there. You want to go back a little bit. You want to tap into ancestral energy that's, more ancient, more, more removed, like generationally removed from you. I think, as for me, because I did not meet my maternal grandmother and only know of her through my mom, and her mom was shot dead during World War II. She died young. And so I feel that I don't know what she would have been like in life, and therefore I feel connected to reach out to her, and I feel like there isn't any baggage, even though I know how she left this mortal coil, and it was very tragic and very violent. I feel okay with working with that ancestor because I didn't know them in life. Others, not so much. And it's not because they're bad people. Sometimes in our families they treated us poorly. But sometimes it's just that baggage. That baggage gets in the way. And also, we have to remember that there's also the unconscious baggage, right? Where you enter into a working relationship, say with your mother, and there's unresolved issues from when your mother was alive. This is the part that for me, which is why I've always felt more comfortable working with ancestral energy that was further removed from me. And sometimes, or not even sometimes I'll work with ancestral energy connected to my heritage. But for the most part, I feel more comfortable and get better results working with ancestral energy of the land where I live, the place I reside, the spirits of this land that I'm standing upon, because there isn't that familial or emotional baggage tied into it. Dreams is, in my opinion, the best starting point. Dreams are something that you can start by, before going to bed, setting the intention of making contact or wanting to be contacted, or just wanting to tap into that ancestral energy. And then when you, upon awaking, have a journal beside you that's just for these dreams, and just record either anything you remember from your dreams. And this takes practice, because when I'm not practicing it, I don't remember my dreams. When I start practicing it and intending to remember my dreams, while I'm in the dream, I will, hey Grace, pay attention, remember this, write it down when you wake up. So that is like really fascinating to me, that unless I'm thinking about it and intending it, I can go months, years dreaming and not retaining anything, or not even that whole I don't remember my dreams. So because I haven't done it in a while, I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to talk about it today in a brief video. I think it's because I've been watching my friend Kimberly Mascaro. I will post a link to her channel. Her channel is small, so if I can ask you to go over and give her some love and subscribe to her channel, because she has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to dreams. And I'll tell you a little bit about her. I have her bio here because honestly I would have flubbed it. Kimberly R. Mascaro, PhD, is a psychologist, holistic psychotherapist, educator, and dream expert in Northern California. She's the author of Extraordinary Dreams, Visions, Announcements, and Premonitions Across Time and Place. You can visit her at her website, consciouschimera.com. I will link to her YouTube channel and to her website in the description bar. And she makes these short videos. I like her. She has a series called Nonfiction Bedtime Stories, And it's a series of videos. They're just about under 15 minutes, sometimes even less. And highlighting publications on dreams and dreaming. And nonfiction bedtime stories was created by her. And I find them, I don't know, I find them interesting. I really enjoy, first of all, they're short videos. Who doesn't love a short video that's packed with information? And I'm finding it interesting because every time I watch one of her videos, I always learn something from Kimberly. And I thought I'd share that with you. And again, give her channel some love, because a lot of work goes into the content that she's putting forth, and it's pretty valid, and it's going to tie in a lot with I'm going to be talking about I think I'm going to be okay with talking about my dreams and how and that way you know, then we can discuss with each other in the comments section, tapping into that ancestral energy and using dreams for that. And then, you know, maybe I'll share with, and then after, you know, I'll share with that with you, let's say after I do that for a little while during this season of I'll try to be really good and, like, you know, maintain good notes, journal about it, and share with you my experiences with tapping into ancestral energy and the messages that are coming through. In a previous video not too long ago, when I got this Presley Bluestone corvid skull, hand carved by Ivo Manis. The first day I got it, I wore it in the evening when I got it, and then I took it off before going to bed, and I shared how I dreamt of the tree spirit of alder, the alder tree spirit, and a not white snake, sorry, that was someone else's dream. The coral snake spirit. And I just love talking about dreams. And for me, it was very interesting that I dreamt of those two spirits. One, because I don't quite know what an alder tree looks like. I don't think we have alder trees here. We probably do, but I like, you know what I mean? It's not a tree that I have top of mind. I live in the Pacific Northwest of Canada, where we have evergreen trees. We have spruce, we have pine. This is like mainly cedar. These are the trees that I normally see. We don't have a lot of deciduous trees here. So to have that alder tree spirit come to me, I noted it. And the way it appeared in my dream, it was like a shadow of a large tree, and it was breathtaking. And then this coral snake. I'm freaking terrified of snakes. Terrified, people. Terrified. You know, when I was a kid and I would be flipping a National Geographic, if there was a picture of a snake, it was like, oh my God, the screeching. And then in real life where I live, there's snakes and stuff like that. So if a snake crosses my path, I'm paralyzed with fear. Yet here is this spirit of this coral snake that had come to me, and I felt it it was a comforting, enveloping, like a warm enveloping energy that was just, it fascinated me in my own dream. So, and I remembered it because I made note to remember it, write it down, and then talk about it. And this is what I wanted to share, is that growing up, this got lost, I think, because I'm no longer in contact. Well, they're all dead, honestly. There we go. I'm no longer in physical contact with the family members where we discussed dreams day in and day out, and it was an integral part of our day-to-day. And I thought maybe I'd bring a little bit of that to my channel. So I don't know, if you're wanting to join me, I'd love to hear I'd love you to share in the comments, or make your own videos about. And for me, right now I'm going to be focusing on dreams, to tap into ancestral energy, dreams to contact my ancestors that I regularly work with, But instead of just working with them in waking hours, I want to start interacting with them actively in dreams. Like I said, please visit Kimberly's channel, like, subscribe, show some love, because I really want to encourage her to put out more of her content, because she fascinates me, her work fascinates me, and there's a wealth of information that we can all tap into. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. Bye-bye.